All right, we're back. Coffee with Coach, Season 2, Week 8, Episode 8. I got my little book back. We're ready for the Cwc Nights tonight, 7 p.m. Coach, how's it going?
You know, we got a good team coming tonight. So, you know, I thought we've had a really good week of practice. The Cwc Knights are a team that are, much better than their record, 3-4. But if you look at their games, they've been in every game. They could easily be 6-1 or 5-2. A lot of talent over there. So, we went over there last year and had a really good game, tough game. So they're coming over here. It's senior night. So I'm excited for the recognition of our seniors and for their leadership to be on display. But our work is cut out for us, and hopefully we can find a way to go 1-0 this week.
One thing I know is, Coach Duke is deep in the heart of the season. When I ask him how's it going, and he starts talking about tonight's opponent, I just went like, how's it going? How's the weather? Like coffee shop talk. And
season, it gets like tunnel vision. It's one week after the other. It's you kind of now are in a routine, but you have your stuff that you're focused on each week. Kind of each week does change. Of course your opponent does, but also kind of the mindset and where you are as a team. I challenged our guys this whole week to really have a renewed sense of hunger. Week 8, we got 3 games left. There's a lot of teams across the state that are kind of winding down or getting ready to pack it up. And I said we are hopefully going to be doing just the opposite. So we're going to have a renewed sense of hunger. You've got to be unified in our mindset. And we got to be kind of laser focused 1 week at a time. And I think they've understood that. And hopefully we go out and play well tonight and execute the way we can.
Well, I think we will. But one question, let's get to last week, because I only have one question about last week. When we went out there to Timber Creek, I made that drive. I got to eat a meal at one of my favorite places, La Granja, which is a little chicken place, Latin place. There's a couple of them in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Super good.
I haven't been there, but
I took a picture of the bones on the chicken breast that I was eating.
La Granja.
Yeah, I think it's La Granja, not La Granja. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it means the farm. I think Granja is the farm.
I should know. I wish I knew.
I mean, it's like a plate of rice and beans.
I know la means the.
Yeah, la. Yeah, or L.
Or L, yeah.
Masculine, feminine stuff. Right, yeah, all that. But it was a plate of chicken, rice, and beans. Shared it with my wife, $12. Amazing chicken. You should go. There's one out there in Winter Park. But my one question last week, Coach, I know you said a couple plays against Wekiva, and you had to play against 12 players. What do you think would happen if you had to play against the entire Timber Creek band? I think if you put 250, of their band on the field, and you had to run plays, what do you think would happen?
We'd probably be stopped. I mean, I'm impressed with all the bands. I love our band. I'm biased that I think we have the best band. But man, they did have a lot of numbers, didn't they?
Man, it was a big band.
Big band,
they scared me. They finished their show and they ran off the field right towards the Edgewater band, and I feared for my daughter's life. It was like 250 purple things running at my daughter, and I was like, "What is happening here?" It was pretty good. Coach, what do you think of this new art we got going on in here?
I like it. People don't know, but art is in my family. My aunt's an artist.
Okay.
She's a professional artist. I wish I had a little bit more artistic bone in my body, but I really do enjoy the art in here.
It's fun. This is our new Edgewater vibe we've been working on. I like it too. We're just putting it up. All right, let's move on from Timber Creek unless you got something to say about that.
I think it was a great win. Winning is sometimes taken for granted. To go on the road, beat Timber Creek at their place, I was really pleased with how we traveled and how we went over there, how we played, and to come out with a 38-7 win on the road was a great week 7 for us.
That's pretty good. I like it. Coach, we're going to change up Eagle Spotlight this week just a little bit because I love it on a team to know some inside scoop about some different people. And I know I'm reading a book right now by this guy, David Goggins. You know him?
I do not.
David Goggins was like a Navy SEAL. He was like a Army Ranger. Okay. He was a paratrooper. He held the Guinness Book of World Record for the most pull-ups in 17 hours. He did 4,200 and some pull-ups. Wow. He 50 ultra marathons. This guy's story is amazing. But anyhow, I'm reading this book about him, and he's talking about Navy SEALs and Hell Week and everything, and talking about how and they get through it, and these special people.
Yeah.
So like who is like this special guy on your team that is always positive? He's always smiling, almost to the point where sometimes it makes the coaches like mad. Like you're trying to like break them down, you're trying to like get in their face, you're trying to like, and he's just like more. Bring.
I think Damon Troutman, number 12, the 3-year starter linebacker for us. He's a warrior. He's got something going on with his meniscus. You would never know if he came out and watched the game. He just continues to battle week in and week out. And then I never have to worry about lack of leadership or energy from him. He's going to make sure not only he's bringing it, but that others are around him are bringing it, that are bringing the energy. You have to play this game with a sense of urgency, with great energy, no matter who your opponent is, and probably more importantly, Monday through Thursday at practice. And he does it. And then Thursdays we've been having 5:30 a.m. practice. I mean, his energy is on point, just like it is on Monday afternoon, and of course Friday. He leads our team in tackles. We have a bunch of these guys. I think that's one of the years that are special. But if I think of somebody when you want to think about what the Navy SEALs do and what they go through in Hell Week and the Special Forces, it's hard for me not to think about Damon Troutman being that kind of person and leader for us, for our defense and really for our team.
Maybe it's destiny. That's why he's got that number 12 on, like the 12th man. I don't know. He's 12th man. When defense, offense, team, everything. All right. Moving on, Coach. Crystal ball. This week, 5 games. All right.
Okay.
Oregon, Washington. I hear these are big games.
Big games. I think game day is probably going to be there. I watched Oregon play. I watched them beat up on Colorado pretty good. I've not yet seen Washington. They got a really good quarterback. He's actually from Big Tech. I think he went to Indiana to start, and now he's at Washington. Michael Penix. But I'm going with Washington. I think they're real.
Right.
From everything I know, they're the real deal, and I think they get the win.
All right. Next one, Miami, UNC, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
It was a great night for
I threw him off.
Edgewater
I threw him a meatball here.
Yeah.
We can talk about Christian Leary.
Christian Leary catching the game-winning touchdown against Miami for Georgia Tech down there was late Saturday night. I had a chance to talk to him after the game in the locker room. That was special. I think Miami's probably going to be hungry from that, but they got to go up to UNC. I think UNC gets it done.
Okay, that's a fun field. Have you ever been to the Chapel Hill?
I have not.
It's like kind of goes down in the ground. And it's right in the heart of their campus.
They're playing well. Coach Matt Brown's got them going.
That's fun. Texas A&M, Tennessee.
Texas A&M played Alabama tough.
He's about to ask where it is. I think it was in Tennessee because I got it second. It's A&M versus Tennessee.
Tennessee didn't play well against Florida, but kind of had a bounce back week following week with a big win. And then I think, A&M's got 2 losses. They lost a close one, pretty close to Miami, and then they played Alabama tough. They're on their backup quarterback with Johnson. I'm gonna take Jimbo Fisher and Texas A&M on this one.
Okay, next one, one of the classic matchups: University of Southern California versus Notre Dame.
I think Southern Cal's defense is kind of suspect. Watching them give up a big lead that they had against Colorado. Colorado was able to come back and really make it a game there late. Of course, I think their quarterback's an incredible player. I think Notre Dame is a little bit ticked off with how they played against Louisville. I think Notre Dame gets it done.
Okay, FSU versus Syracuse with a spread and a potential bet.
What's the spread?
I don't know. You make the spread. What do you think? You make.
I think Syracuse are 5-1 and 4-2. It's in Tallahassee. It's a noon game. I'm picking the Noles to cover.
I wanted to bet because I found out it was a noon game, and then it'll make me watch it.
Right.
So you pick FSU to cover the spread.
Yeah.
I take Syracuse. What's the bet?
And we'll figure out the spread later. What sounds good to you? I'm trying to think of.
I don't know. I'll just
How about you and your wife? We'll drop our daughters off for a couple hours and we.
That is amazing. I take that bet. If Syracuse wins, I get the kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's the winning side of that one.
No. Florida State wins. I'll get the kids for a while.
So either way, you get the kids.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
That's good with me.
I like it. That's perfect. Then that'll make it fun. All right, next one. Here we go. We talked about Kobe already. Anything else you want to say about them?
Great team. We need to make it a tough environment for them to come and play. It's a non-district game, but it's a really good opponent. So I think it's hopefully going to make us better. You know, you play good opponents, they make you better. So, but we need home field advantage tonight. So come out and get us going.
I like that, and that gets us through tonight's opponent, and also senior night tonight.
Senior night, you know, we got a special group of seniors.
That's what I want to do, Coach. So our speed option today is all of your seniors. The first thing that comes to your mind, the least amount of words possible.
Okay, least amount of words possible.
Yeah, we're going to try to go quick.
Okay.
Whatever, you know, whatever it is.
Okay.
A.J. Howard.
Resilient.
Kai Bates.
Leader.
Jaden Alexander Felton.
Toughest player on our team.
Mylan Bowen.
Incredible addition.
Joshua Alexander Felton.
Best defensive lineman in the state.
Trey Harris.
Tough, physical team player.
Solomon Tripline.
Most underrated linebacker in the state of Florida.
Talon White.
Senior that came out this year who's been nothing but a joy.
Damon Troutman.
Ferocious.
That's my mother's maiden name, Troutman.
Really? Well, you know, we've had a Troutman play linebacker here for 6 years.
Oh, I remember he went to Miami, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Sebastian Talman.
Do it all, quarterback, tight end, team guy.
Zion Mitchell.
Incredible senior addition, wide receiver, played DB, someone that became a very valuable asset.
Christian Willis.
Consistent and persevered his entire time, and someone I'm really proud of.
Jack Starkey.
Respect. I told you the other day, man, he's earned my respect completely. How he works, how he prepares, how he helps the team out. He's respect.
Samuel Fenelon.
Sam Fenelon, DB, very smart, intelligent, and a glue guy for our team.
Is it Mari Bowers?
Mari Bowers, Chark is his nickname, plays defensive line. Unselfish.
Ivan Santos.
Pitbull,
Kylan Meadows.
plays corner for us, 2-year starter. Silent leader, and been a guy that's just been really consistent.
Lindell Johnson.
Lindell Johnson's not with us this year, was for a long time, and is a great player and someone that I respect. I get a chance to see him at Publix. He works at Publix here in College Park.
Okay. Caden Shields Dutton.
Multi-year starter, running back, the definition of unselfish leader.
Easton Bond.
Long snapper extraordinaire, been a guy who's been unbelievable for us, a specialist who is two-year guy in Guatemala, someone I know we can always count on.
Cornelius Batts.
Another just incredible outside linebacker, been a multi-year starter for us, and a guy now that I think is playing incredible football and a great leader.
Take a breath, Coach. I don't want you to pass out.
I know.
It's a lot of seniors.
A lot of seniors.
That's a good example of what a program. I mean, that makes it a program, not a team and program. Braden Carter.
Braden runs our stats, and a guy that does so much for the program behind the scenes. He's basically part of the coaching staff.
Donovan Crawford.
Senior year, plays linebacker, plays special teams, tough as nails. A guy who's made our team better this year.
Caden Harrison.
Our punter, Caden Harrison, incredible, resilient, tough, persevered, and a guy that we can always count on.
Jordan Hatcher.
Jordan Hatcher, transfer from Lake Buena Vista DB, and a guy who just quietly does the right thing all the time.
Ty McFarland.
Ty McFarland, ROTC, plays safety, plays special teams. We call him a young Coach Hullahan. If you didn't know that, we call him young Dane. But a guy who's one of the guys that holds our entire team together.
Nathan DeQuisne?
Yeah, we call him French, our starting offensive guard. Probably the best offensive guard in the city.
Chance Macon.
Starting tackle, extremely athletic. A guy that's now become a leader for us on the offensive line.
Christopher Thomas.
Another offensive lineman, plays tackle, came out of his junior year, and the growth he's had has been incredible. So growth has been special.
Tyler Ortega.
Tyler Ortega moved from New Jersey after his sophomore year. Special young man who again, one of those guys who's like a cornerstone of our program.
John Two.
John Two, Bigfoot Two they call him, our kicker. Just someone we love to be around. Brings a lot of joy to the program, and a guy that we can always count on.
We got Aiden Mayberry, but I wasn't sure if
He still helps us out.
Okay.
You know, Abe Merriberry still helps us out as a senior, and then his brothers are on the team as well.
That's a lot of seniors. You made it through it, Coach. That wasn't easy. And now we move on real quick. Last thing. I've been perusing this book because Coach Duke told us that if he had to get a portrait tattoo of someone that wasn't his family or wasn't Jesus Christ, it would be Bobby Bowden. So I've been looking over this book and I got 10 questions about Bobby Bowden, and we took the PSAT and SAT yesterday at Edgewater, so we're going to see what Coach gets on this test out of 10, okay? I mean, some of them are hard, some of them are easy, Coach. What year was Bobby Bowden born?
You know, I don't know. It was definitely in the 20s.
1929. Okay, 0 for 1.
I was close.
You were close. You got the decade. All right, where was he born?
Birmingham?
Birmingham, correct. 1 out of 2, 50%. What was Bobby Bowden's mom's name?
I don't know, but her last name was Bowden.
Her name was Sunset.
Did not
I had to write it down. 1 of 3. All right, name the 4 colleges or universities Bobby Bowden coached at.
Sanford.
That's one, which was known as Howard at the time.
Yep. West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Middle junior college of Georgia, Middle Georgia State or Middle Georgia.
South Georgia State, I'm going to give it to you.
Okay, junior college, and then of course Florida State.
All right, that's 4. We're 2 for 4. All right. What years did Florida State win the national championship with Bobby Bowden?
First one was in '93 with Charlie Ward. The next one was in '99 with Chris Winkie.
All right, that's 3 for 5. We're getting better. First year as head coach at Florida State.
1976.
Oh, man. All right, 4 for 6. We're getting better. How many children did Bobby Bowden have?
5.
6.
6. Okay.
There's always one black sheep, right? Somebody got to be a black sheep in there.
I think I might be in my family.
Okay. All right. So, the 21 grandchildren, 6. A couple of them are Edgewater kids. Terry's children.
Yep.
So that's 4 for 7. How many total seasons was Bobby Bowden a head coach?
Was it 50?
44.
44.
All right,
Okay.
4 for 8. How many were winning seasons out of the 44?
Well, that's a great question. I'm going to just guess here. I'm going to say 38.
40.
Wow.
40. All right, so this question, Coach, gets you a D. If you get this question right, you get a D.
I don't like D's, man.
If not, you got an F.
D's aren't acceptable.
Do you grade your players? You guys
We do grade reports every Wednesday.
No, I mean like grades of football. Like
Yeah,
you
we
guys
grade
grade
them.
out plays and
Yes.
grade out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus or minus on every play.
That's a football thing if y'all didn't know. What musical instrument did Bobby Bowden play?
Ooh.
Say one Mr. Lesher plays.
Nothing. We thought about it earlier. There's one?
I learned a little bit.
Okay. So he's from out. So I was gonna say because he's from Alabama, you know, banjo,
Okay.
you know, fiddle, but I'm gonna guess the piano.
Piano is correct.
All
I gave you the D. I gave him that D.
I needed that D.
All right, so that's that. I'm so inspired by this book and these questions. I'm working on a Coach Duke biography. We're going to unveil some of the things that I've done already, but the first thing that I did is started my research, and I called Strozer Library at Florida State University to ask if they remembered a Cameron Duke, because every college student spends most of their time in the library studying. So that's where I started. Next, I'm going to call Gordo's and see if he had a favorite menu item. The Cubans are pretty good there, but that's what we're working towards, Coach. That's where
Don't
we're
do too much research in those days. You know.
I think that's.
My grandfather actually played baseball at Florida State. It was one of the first male graduating classes at Florida State post World War II.
There you go. It's a nice fact.
Yep.
All right, weather's going to be beautiful tonight.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to pass through, and it's going to be a night for some football, and you know, if we can get to 1-0 this week, right? Move to hopefully 8-0 in the season. Man, we're going to be excited.
One last thing I got to see if I got a text message. I don't know if you heard it. No, I've been trying to get our #1 fan to come out of
Busy guy.
the woodwork, but he's not responding. I got a text during that. I thought maybe it was him coming in last second, but it wasn't. All right, Coach, we're all done tonight. Ocoee at home senior night, 7 p.m. Come out and support.
We need you. Big one. Last regular season home game tonight. And then hopefully if we handle business the next few weeks, we'll have a few, hopefully playoff games right here. So Thank you guys, and thank you, Mr. Lesher.
Yes, sir.
Eagle.
Pride.